TomandDanWateringHoles.com. That's the website you can go to if you want to see all our brewery and bar partners.
We have some of the greatest brewery and bar partners you will ever find, including the one we are showcasing this week.
Yep, it's Alestone Brewing. It's in Longwood, right there at 351 North Ronald Reagan. It's a beautiful brewery. They have delicious beers. Tony Munget actually was going here all the time, and he's like, this should be a watering hole. Great food, by the way. Man. In-house, we had some pizza when we were there. Delicious beers, and I'm telling you, the inside of Alestone is beautiful.
And we have watering holes for everybody in every part of Florida. At least our goal is to get them everywhere. A la carte, they're brand new. They're a food truck or semi-permanent food truck park. We've got Toll Road Brewing.
And Akoi, yeah.
Yeah, we got Hourglass, which you know those guys. We love them. Cafe Da Vinci. Salty Sisters, that's Tiffany's Bar. We've got Alestone, West End Trading Company, Johnny's Other Side. Don't forget about all of our Sanford partners like Celery City, West End Trading Company, Tuffy's. I mean, Sanford, we got you covered there. But watering holes, it's a great way for you to go and find out what our bar partners are doing now.
And when you're there, take a picture of yourself, put it on social media. We're giving out random prizes. You can go to TomandDan.com and click on the watering holes link, and it'll show you all of our awesome watering holes. All right, we're doing a little bonus show, which we don't do too often, but we wanted to do this uncensored. And
well, we want our guest to be in his native environment. There's no sense.
Wait, you mean I could curse?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, guys, I've been preparing all week to not curse.
I guess I should have let you know that it was uncensored.
You're fine. You're completely fine.
Sam,
be yourself.
My bad.
Be yourself.
Yeah.
Be yourself.
Well, we realized it would.
I didn't think you could do it uncensored, so I was like, we're going to do a bonus show.
I'm not Tuddle. Don't give me that.
We want you to be an authentic weenie whisperer. We want you to bring the full you to the table, and we have to pick your brain about you, I guess, coming in contact with somebody that we've known for a very long time. A bit of a loose cannon crazy man by the name of Tuddle.
That's what you call him? Crazy man?
That's a nice thing. That's a nice thing. No,
we call him worse.
He's a raving lunatic.
So, Pete, let's talk about you for a second, because I want our audience to understand a little bit of your background.
Because I think you figured this out. You've known Tuddle almost longer than I have. And I think you kind of think you know what's going on here with Tuds.
Well, we'll talk about Tuddle
we'll
later,
get to
because
that,
the whole interview and the fight. But
let's dig into Pete, and because you had a very, very, very large YouTube channel at one time that was taken down. Is that what happened?
Yeah, back in the day, I built my channel up to over 100,000 subscribers.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and then I had some custody issues because I had custody of my daughter. And my ex-wife found out that I was doing this character, Pervert Pete. So she took me on in court. And my lawyer advised me that I should, take down the videos. And my whole thing was like, it's a character I'm doing. What's the problem?
Write this down for Mo.
So your lawyer said, like, hey, take this character down. The judge is going to use this to determine her decision or his decision. It seems like that's like using someone's character in a movie and being like...
Yeah, like Joe Pesci's wife says, well, you bashed this guy's head in with the cash register in the movie, so we got to take your kid, we got to take your money, we got to shut you down.
That was my argument. I was like, I don't understand this. It makes absolutely no sense to me. So I did that. And long story short, I won, of course, and I had custody of my kid still. But then, because I deleted all my videos like a moron. I panicked because, my kid's the only thing that matters.
Of course.
Of
course.
And no,
this is the reasonable side of Pervert Pete everyone's hearing right now. I want everyone to know that.
Yeah, so Pete, before...
Kids first.
Before even this, to even build up your channel that big, how did you even start, and when did you realize that you had something, and the character, people loved the character, and how did it start? Did it start on the Omegle channel? And we're not really familiar with that. We're fucking old men.
Yeah, I'm old too. I didn't know about it either. I just went on YouTube one day and I saw this guy just talking to people on Omegle, and I was like, wow, this is so funny. And I was like, oh, I want to do that, but I want to do something different. I don't just want to be a person. I want to be a character. So I just came up with this character. Do you guys know Eminem? On Eminem's original, on his first CD, he had a skit called Ken Kniff.
Yeah.
Ken Kniff was like, oh,
Ken
hey
Kniff
there,
from
cop
Connecticut.
boy. And so I was like, oh, let me do something like that. And it just, just evolved from that.
Interesting.
This is crazy.
And then we've watched some of your videos. You just realize people liked this.
Yeah, you're like fucking with people. You're looking on a Omegle challenge. You're whispering the weenies at them. You're waving a wiener at them, and just like fucking with people. And then you would record that and then put these out as your videos.
Yeah, that's it. I just talk to, not think about it, just like talk and just like, what would this stupid character do? And it just evolved from there, and people actually liked it. So I just kept on doing what people liked, and it just evolved from there.
100,000 subscribers. So were you at a point where you, as, and I'm not even getting into, your actual identity, were you at a point where you're like, hey, me as this dad, this could be a viable way for me to make money for my family. This could be a career. This could be something. Or was this still a hobby? Because, most people, we got, what do we have? 6,000? We don't even have 7,000 subscribers.
Less than 1/10 of that.
Right. So when you have 100,000 subscribers, are you like, man, I can do something with this?
Well, yeah, at that time, YouTube was way different. They didn't, there was no censorship or anything. And I think it was around 30 to 40,000 subscribers. Somewhere in there, I went full time with this. The ad revenue was insane. So
what were you making? Can you tell us what you were making? Because most people won't say it, but we get fascinated with the real numbers.
Yeah, because that's what I remember. I remember that 30 to 40,000 mark. I was making about $2,500 a month just on ads from YouTube.
Good. That's decent money.
Yeah, I can see why. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I had a Patreon and all that stuff. People donating nice people, and that was it, man. All I could do is just do this.
People are arriving in our chat room. They're really confused, and they think we're talking. They don't know what. This is Pervert Pete. This is Pervert Pete.
Some didn't see the show last week.
Yeah, we talked to Tuddle. Tuddle said that Vulture, his producer, set up an interview with
Vulture
Pervert
just
Pete.
messaged me, and he's mad. He wants us to get Tuddle on now with
No.
Pervert Pete. I told him we're not doing that.
This is Pete's time. This is not Tuddle's time. This is Pete's time. We're actually taking the time to ask the questions that Tuddle should ask the first fucking time when he was talking to Pervert Pete. We're finding out about the custody. We're finding about the 100,000 subscribers and the money he was making and how this whole fucking thing fell apart.
I will say though, I told Tuddle this, and
he didn't use it.
His response question was, "So where do you broadcast from?"
No.
Get him, Pervert Pete.
Well, I mean, from Jersey. All right, that's great.
So I'm curious.
Every time I look at Pervert Pete, I think of the band Masked Intruder, which I love that band. That's one of my favorite bands. You look like one of my favorite bands. All four of them dressed like you.
So
no, thanks.
At this time, you're able to monetize it. This is a legitimate. This is
a job.
This is a job, and also you're making a living doing this. I'm surprised your attorney couldn't make the argument to the judge he plays this character on this is and what year are we talking? 2012-ish or something?
And you're saying everything I was saying. I still to this day I cannot fathom how it even happened. But yeah, it was 2017, I think.
Oh wow, this wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, but even in 2017, I could see an old lawyer not really understanding the significance and just being like, "Oh, this content. I don't know. You don't want the judge to see this. They're gonna, and instead of hey,
you think it's as simple as the ski mask?
Could be.
Maybe.
And the name.
I was
Pervert.
thinking that, the whole time I'm looking at you, I'm like, this is harmless, but man, there's something menacing about a ski mask.
Yeah, but it's not giving a porn star or letting a porn star have custody of their kid. It's who gives a shit? Do they bring their kid on set? No, is it separate?
Right.
Well, I did. I was bringing my kids on set, and I let them watch openly.
Yeah, what was did you decide when the whole Pervert Pete character, you're it's better to have a mask. Like I too, when I started radio, I had a suit on, and people liked the character, and they liked me in a bear suit more than they liked Tom Van at the beginning. It was a way, it endears you to people immediately for whatever reason. The psychology, people like a character more than the human being. Like I feel like if you had the same bit and shtick without the mask, people would be like, not as good. I like the mask part of it.
Yeah, where'd you come up with the get up?
I forget. Well, at first it was like I just wore a ski mask and a shirt. I didn't really think about it. I was just thinking like, like a GTA type character or something. You know who he is, what's going on. And then over time, I was like, I'm a make-believe character. Shouldn't I have like a uniform or something?
Yeah. You kind of remind me of like the Foot Clan from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or something. Like where they would all, like there'd be many of you. Like there'd be an army of Pervert Pete's and you're like just the main Pete. I don't know. I'm a weirdo, Pete. Anyway,
that's a great idea. I would have loved to do something like that.
I can see that.
So, Pete, after you deleted all your videos and your YouTube channel, then what'd you?
It was probably demonetized and all of that, right?
No, actually, it wasn't demonetized. I deleted all the videos because I panicked. And I was like, all right, I got to do something. I got to keep this going. So I took the mask off and, was myself. It kept it going for a while, but it wasn't the same. I ruined everything. I took away the mystique and everything. You know what I mean?
Man, what was that feeling like when you're like, oh, God, I ruined it? Like,
we did this. Remember when we got attacked by our corporate... We used to work in radio. We're doing this podcast at the same time. Short of the long is they didn't like us doing that, and they asked us, much like you, to take down all original 159 episodes of our show.
Yeah, or we'd be fired.
Or we'd be fired on the spot. And we panicked, much like you. I cried. You saw me. I took them all down, and we didn't lose them because I kept them, but we didn't know what we were going to do. We didn't know if we were going to have to start a new career.
Yeah, we were always mad that we took them down, but in the grand scheme of things, like, it ended up working out, and it's like, so it's not. I'm sure you got custody, everything that part worked out.
You did the right thing.
But did you save the videos, or are they totally gone?
I did save the videos. Yeah. So the fans were 100% supportive and everything. All the fans were supportive of everything. But like, I couldn't get into searches, like, because I wasn't going to clickbait people with, like I'm some pervert or whatever that is, because then it changes everything. Like an actual person that's a pervert, it's like, whoa, what? It's kind of, but.
Yeah, that's us. We're the real perverts. Real perverts don't wear masks. They're sitting right in front of you.
Right in front of your face.
I'm right here.
Right. It changes everything. But so eventually, I got custody again. And once that happened, I brought the character back. But the mystique was gone. But I started building the channel back up. I put up all my old videos. The channel started building back up. And then one day I woke up on my birthday and I got 3 notifications that 3 of my videos were taken down, which means 3 strikes and you're out, and my channel was terminated.
Oh, my God.
For what reason?
For videos that were 5 years old. I forget the exact, what they were, but they were 5-year-old videos. They've been up for 5 years, no problem. But because that was during the YouTube apocalypse, when YouTube started panicking and started flagging everything that could have been, controversial. So
yeah, it had something to do. He's jogging my memory about, like, remember when all these really nasty videos were kind of infiltrating the kid version of YouTube. And then I think it's one of the reasons why they ask you when you put any content on YouTube. It's like the first question they ask you is like, "Is this kid porn?" That's like the first question they ask you. Like, no matter what you put on YouTube, the first thing they ask you when you hit
Who
upload.
clicks yes?
Hey, I don't know.
What is the scary monster? There was they were like, the suicide monster will come get you.
Yeah. No, it was
The weird bird looking lady.
What
the hell? I forgot her name.
Yeah, it was the bird,
but anyway,
the suicide bird.
So I know exactly what you're talking about. Momo. It was Momo.
Momo the suicide bird.
It was Momo the suicide bird, the kids. And then, so Pete got wrapped up in all of that, and they're just like, they got these they just take everything down, they're deleting all of it, 3 strikes, boom, and you're done. So this channel that you had hundred thousands. You're bringing it, you're putting the character in there, taking the character out. You're trying to manipulate it the best you can. Now it's dead. So what do you do? Quit.
Just quit.
You just quit.
That was so difficult.
I'm sorry, man. That sucks. Yeah, I can.
I was like,
is there any recourse? Like, could you talk to anybody at YouTube and be like, why? Why did this happen? Because you don't know if it's a real person looking at this or a bot.
Yeah, it could be Momo the bird.
Yeah, because the bot thing to us, like we do Twitch and other stuff that, like Daniel will put up a video and a bot will scrape it down, right? And
we
then
get a hit on YouTube sometimes for copyrighted stuff.
And it'll scrape it down by accident because they either got confused or they thought something was a titty and it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? But it's because the bots aren't 100%. And then it's like
robots don't know titties.
There's lots of influencers where like this is these people's jobs and you're using a bot and then the person has no recourse because there's no one to talk to. They don't have any employees. It's just endless bots.
So you just got out of the game?
Well, yeah. Well, once I got those emails, I wrote, you can appeal it. So I wrote out this long, 2-hour message to appeal it. And 30 minutes later, I got denied. So that was a bot. I reached out to, I had some friends that, they had millions of subscribers. I reached out to them, see if they could do anything. Even their contact couldn't do anything. So I just quit. I was so defeated. I was like, what am I going to do?
Pete, do you know the rules of what you can and can't say? Like what? Like,
I don't.
I know that for anything that can be considered and it's all subjective too. And then again,
I'm sure we break rules all the time just by being comedy and satire, but how do you? If if you're doing a comedy show, you scream "I'll kill you" as a joke or something like that, right. And then next thing you know, the AI bots have gotten to where they can listen to every word of your show and you threatened violence, scrape, and then you're like, wait, the context, this is you're scraping, but they're like, well,
doesn't matter.
They're like, well, you can use our platform or not,
right?
And that's their argument.
Yeah, you can go to the ones that nobody cares about, which is true. YouTube is the only dog in town.
And so then you have to play by their rules, which is the kind of bullshit and anti the whole point, I feel, of YouTube and people creating their own content to begin with.
It's not free speech in that regard.
Yeah, but I guess you can make the argument, well, this is a private company and we run, this is not the United States.
No different than our airwaves. When we have clients, if we had a client that said, hey, I pay you, but I want to come on your couch and I want to go Kanye crazy, we'd say, sorry, man, that's not the type of thing we do here. They don't, we control that. They don't.
Yeah, but then it's like, and I guess that's the argument with all social media is, should you have ultimate free speech? Should you start, because then, it's like slippery slope one way, then slippery slope the other. It's hard.
So how do we get to
a lot of slippery slope?
I know.
So let's talk about, how did we get to Tuddle? Vulture, Tuddle's producer, how did he end up, did you just get an email out of the blue one day?
No, I don't know. It's one of these, I don't know, one of these websites where you can get guests for podcasts and stuff. So I set up, because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I came back after 4 years or whatever it was, and I wanted to, see what I could do. And I set up a profile or whatever on one of these websites for, podcasts to get guests. And he reached out.
No, okay, so it was one of these services. They were like, oh, okay.
Yep.
It made it seem like when we were talking to Tuddle, he was like, my producer found this
guy, just threw it on my desk. I didn't know anything about it.
Well, actually, guys, let me just say, because after getting that email, I was like, all right, cool. Let me see who this Tuddle is. I just, briefly just checked and everything, and something just didn't feel right. So I messaged who I thought was just Tuddle, and I messaged him and just gave him my story. Real brief, not huge
backstory.
Or anything.
Yeah, you gave him a bio.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Yeah. I'm not hearing anything wrong now.
And I didn't hear anything back, so I figured he got it. Well, I guess he didn't. I guess his producer's a moron, and it's all his fault.
Oh, you hear that, Vulture?
Shots fired.
You're a moron, Vulture.
And Tuddle lives, I feel, old school 90s radio.
He also lives with old people. He lives in a 55 and up community.
He doesn't read the in the traditional old radio days, the host never reads the bio of the guest.
They're just dickheads.
That's true.
That's beneath them.
Where we come from, most of your radio hosts are big and fat, and they don't care. And I was a producer for like 20 years, man, a radio producer. No one ever, and you bring in you give the bio to the big fat host, and he looks at you, yeah, whatever, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm too good for this.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the free ribs from the rib shack to come in.
Tony Roma's.
Yeah, I want Tony Roma's ribs, and I want all my coffee, and bring me my packet.
Pete, I'm curious, have you done other interviews and other shows and other, like, where it was a standard interview? Like, when you went in with Tuddle, did you feel right off the bat that this was going to go poorly?
Not right off the bat. I mean, just by looking at him, I was like, some could be a little off here. But I mean, pretty much once he started talking,
you were trying. I watched the video. I analyzed it yesterday. You were trying. You had good posture. You had good energy. You were like,
cared.
You were kind of doing like a yes and like kind of what you're doing with us. You're professional, but this motherfucker, I'm looking at him and I'm like, hold on a second. Is he high as hell? Is he been up all night? What's wrong with his hair's all messy? He looks like he's coming up a bender or something.
Then he's doing the I'm gonna start acting like I'm too good for this.
I'm gonna start huffing and puffing.
Obviously that's how he came off and everything, and I will say my jokes were horrible. I mean, those jokes that I tried to throw in were horrible.
But you were trying. My point is that
I was trying. Yes,
yeah, you were giving. It didn't matter that they were like if me, Sam, you, Tom, doing in that scenario, you were being. It was a setup, I feel.
Yeah. I feel this whole thing.
Tell him your theory. Because your theory.
Okay, I have a theory, Pervert Pete, that...
Tuddle and Tom used to stunt all the time. So, Tuddle played Tuddle, or he had another character called the Evil Dr. Nerdcock, and they dress up and used to wear a bear suit, and Tuddle would just be... And Tuddle, like, his claim to fame was he was a nerd, and he had a big dick. That was it. That's it. And so you guys have known each other for almost 20 years, and you would do radio stunts. So that's why I feel like if anybody's going to know what's happening here, it will be Tuddle's best friend, Tom Van.
Okay, well, it seemed to me, Pervert Pete, because we looked at this and we saw your videos, and Pervert Pete, plug your YouTube channel because
please.
You can see all this. And
Pete goes, he breaks them all down.
Yeah, pervertpete.com.
Yep, go to pervertpete.com. He's got merch on there.
So, and he broke down this Tuddle interview that we're speaking about. This whole thing started because of this. But I feel like Tuddle... He's cut from the 90s radio cloth of like Bubba the Love Sponge. And and then I think Bubba the Love Sponge recently did this with someone else and then got a bunch of media attention because he brought someone on the air and he shanghaied him.
It was
I don't think we can say that.
I don't think
tricked him? I'll say tricked.
Tricked is fine.
I'll say tricked. I gotta get rid of that.
Tricked is fine.
It doesn't seem racist.
Pete's eyeballs in his mask. They went,
violation.
Mask off.
Pete knows.
Even don't say that, you'll get demonetized.
Even fucking Pete knows not to say Shanghai.
I don't even know why that's racist. Anyway, so Bubba Love Sponge has done this a million times where you bring a guest on and then you start some sort of argument with them.
Well, you just sit in the background and then you let the person spin a little bit and it gives you some heat.
Yeah, and then so then the person's like, why are you doing this to me? You brought me on here. Like, why? I came on here as a guest, you invited me, and now all of a sudden you're acting weird, and you're doing some weird shit, and then you get in a fight with a person, then that fight becomes media, and then they're like, and I feel like that is the old 90s radio show trick, and I'm not sure if Tuddle was trying to do that, but it seemed like he was purposely trying to pick a fight with you, Pete.
If he did that, he did it horribly.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we didn't say he was good at
it. When did it take a turn in the interview?
Yeah, how long did he go with you? Because like I couldn't make it through it, man. Because and it wasn't you. You were trying, but Tuddle with the hair, and he kept pushing it up, and he.
And I was like, all right, you're Tampa Terry.
Yeah,
like, what are you talking about,
Terry? And I'm like, this
he's just throwing names out.
Yeah, like how long did you guys go?
I don't remember. I think it was like maybe 30 minutes, but like his first question was, besides asking me about myself and then asking where I'm from, he asked me about some college shooting. And he said the guy that shot the kid went to the kid went to the funeral. I thought that was funny. That's hilarious. And I said, well, hey, once you go woke, I was trying to come up with a line, go woke, go broke.
You're Pervert Pete.
Once you go woke, you always go broke. Yeah, all right.
You're trying to go, you're like, all right, this guy's talking about a shooting. I'm going to make an inappropriate comment because that's what Pervert Pete does.
You know what I like doing on Pervert Pete? I like shooting my comb everywhere. I don't know. You got to go bottom of the barrel, low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, you're trying to go along with him. Like, why would this guy bring up a shooting? Okay, I guess I'll go with this way. I'm with you, Pete.
And he got offended. And I knew and just knowing he's from Bubba the Love Sponge universe, I was like, all right, he's got to have something in his closet. Like, why would you get offended? So, of course, I found a bunch of lines that he said that are horribly offensive. So he got offended right there. And then he just went on this Tampa Terry?
Tampa Terry.
Yeah. I don't know who that is.
Honestly, man, I have tried to figure that out. I mean, I have no idea. Again, I think he was so high, he didn't even know where he was at. I don't even know if he knows he talked to you.
That makes sense because, he didn't do anything with it. He just said, yeah, you're Tampa Terry.
I'm wondering if it's like a Bubba listener that's like on Twitch or YouTube.
Well, they go hard in Tampa.
That's what I'm thinking. But I don't know.
The Tampa radio listeners are animals, man.
Yeah, when they got in our chat, we're like,
they'll start attacking everything.
They'll like for me, I'll be like, yeah, Tampa, it's okay, and they'll be like, what? And they'll get in my DMs.
Why is this girl's tits not out?
Yeah, they're like, hey, Dan,
can't even do that on Twitch.
Hey, Dan, your wife's ugly. Your kid's ugly. I'm gonna kill you. I'm like, whoa. I just said Tampa was okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I was right. So Tampa Terry is a troll on Bubba's show.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There's a lot. It's almost like an army of trolls.
Yeah. It's almost like they should call it the.
Well, and with that, I was, he just kept going on and on with this Tampa Terry shit, and then he tried chastising me, telling me how to be a broadcaster.
Oh,
he was like, you don't, and he said on your show, and everything he said on your show was a lie, which is provable by just going and seeing the interview.
Well, we know that every time we talk.
Yeah, every time we talk to him, I know he's lying. I'm like, are you sober? He's like, yes. I'm like, all right, okay, sure, buddy.
But he said some viral video I made that I went out of my way to edit to make him look stupid, and all I did was he chastised me. He said, as a broadcaster, you don't say or and all I did was take a handful of times that he did that.
I was gonna say Tuddle's very guilty.
You gotta set that to some techno music. I'll listen to that all day. That is old school. That's good, Pete. Also, Pete, Tom and I watched your boxing training video this morning, and we very much enjoyed that.
Well,
no,
I didn't see that.
Terrible.
Yeah, he put up a new video this morning.
I gotta go find it.
Yeah.
No, we liked it when your suspenders fell off.
I missed it.
You did get pretty winded.
It's like, man.
Yeah, but that's fine. And also, now we have perpetuated this thing that eventually.
Well, it spiraled out of control.
You and Tuddle will box, and we've been kicking it around.
We asked our lawyer about it.
Yeah, we asked our lawyer how the insurance would work and all this.
He was not happy with it.
What venue we could use, but it's like I've seen some interest. The BDMs have
they create a whole lineup.
I'm looking at the chat room right now. I've gotten a lot of people that like Pete over Tuddle.
Oh, really?
They're turning.
I'm just saying.
Thank you.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. And now we will eventually talk to Tuddle separately, and then maybe both of you guys have to say.
We didn't think it would be fair for the first time to do, and I'm not going to say Shanghai. We didn't think it would be fair to bring you on and then because we know Tuds well, and he would be trying to step all over your story. Couldn't have you on the same time, and then you go crazy.
Well, that's the thing, though. Everything he said in your last show was a lie, And I could easily prove that. Like, how did he said he tried to make it funny, and and I wasn't having it. Like, what one time where you tried to make it funny, Tuddle? One time.
Oh my God, wrong button. The number of time that people have told Tuddle to make it funny and he can't is almost uncountable at this point.
There is a side of this that I have contemplated that could be true.
The sad side?
No, not the sad side. The genius side of this.
Okay.
Because there is there's a strategy here with like going on someone's show or having a guest, right, and being so weird or controversial, or like you get in an argument with them or whatever.
So like when Pete was making the videos, you think that was all part of Tuddle's plan?
Because going back to 90s radio, there is no bad press, right? In the mind of a 90s radio show host,
Right.
like good, bad, if they're talking about you, it's good, right? It's just publicity. Yeah. And so Pervert Pete, he has now all these videos like, look, this crazy guy I did an interview with.
Right.
Even though it's bad, it makes Tuddle look crazy. He still has Tuddle on Pete's channel, and then people are like, even if 1% of your audience is like, well, I'm going to check this Tuddle guy out. He seems crazy. We'll see what else he's doing. Because I was like,
have you thought about that at all, Pete?
Yes, I have. And you know him better, Tom, so I'm not going to, but I disagree. I think he's a perpetual victim. And he loves playing how he's victimized by everyone. He's just trying to, he's just trying to do his thing, and everyone's all talking about him. Big crybaby.
That's pretty accurate. All right. Well,
holy shit.
Thanks so much for being here. You nailed it. All right. Good. I'm joking. That's pretty.
Yeah. It could be. I mean, you never know what Tuddle. Like when we
he's
talk
an
to
enigma,
Tuddle,
man.
we were like, I look at him in his eyes, and it's like the spirals.
He might kill me for saying how much I like Pete.
Yeah. We don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because we could tell Tuddle, even when we have text conversations, I don't know
There's nothing there, man. There's nothing there.
It's like I'm texting a doll.
Yeah. It really is.
And then it's like, this doll is crazy.
Yeah. It's like trying to kiss a shark. It's like you're looking into their eye. There's no soul in there.
Yeah. Then there's no behind the scenes like planning of like, hey, we're going to say this. There's nothing.
No. He's like, just go. Just go. I know what to do.
There is an element that is I like about Tuddle where he doesn't give a shit about anything. And this, that, the other. Like he could be some like on the news one day. They could be knocking on this door. He doesn't care. He's hardened by this industry.
You know why this we have to stop this is because Pete's got something to lose.
Yeah,
Pete's got a family.
Yeah. A family.
Yes, I impregnated 2 girls. That was another thing. But I was going to say, if we're going to box, well, one, I don't even know how that can happen because he looks like, what is he, 5'2", 120?
Oh, that's Dan.
That's me. Well, not 120. 5'2". I'm 5'2", 375.
He's a smaller guy, but now, I don't know.
He's like 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah, but he's
5'9", and he's about $142.
I think he's
because I'm 6 foot. I'm 6 foot 195. I could get down to maybe 170.
Yeah, but remember Big Fat Tuddle? I think we need
to get a Big Fat Tuddle.
I think
got to chunk him up.
Oh yeah, I think Tuddle can get to 170.
We got to get him.
He was 200 at one point.
What are the drugs that make you eat the most? We need to get him on those drugs.
Yeah, but he can't stop taking the Adderall. That's what.
Oh yeah, and that's counterproductive. He can stop it for training for 3 months.
You can eat past Adderall though. I've seen it happen. But he has some boxing experience. He does in the 90s.
He used to box women.
Yeah, he used to box women, special needs, that whole thing.
Yeah.
There was a time.
His gimmick was to box women and people in wheelchairs.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. So, I'm kind of retarded. So there
it is. Shanghai.
Yeah, that'll work. Hey, but I want one stipulation in the contract, though. After I knock him out and give him brain damage, I want to bang his mom.
This is too far. Now Tuddle's going to get mad. It's all he has.
It has to happen. That's my only stipulation.
This is
where we take the turn and we become. My God, I feel my love handles becoming Bubba the Loved One. I'm feeling it.
My sleeves are like one thread at a time. They're unraveling.
Oh my God, I have the urge to buy a Corvette.
My belt buckle's getting bigger.
You want a Batman tattoo?
I want to drive around Orlando in a convertible Corvette with my wife's tits out. So bad.
So if we did,
Vulture says deal.
So if we did do a boxing match, obviously we'd have to fly you down. We have to get the video. There's a lot. The undercard.
We have to get the undercard. Get the hotel.
I don't know how you even televise that because you can't have
closed circuit. We'll put it on Fight TV.
Yeah, because you can't put
We'll
boxing.
sell DVDs later.
Like what? This is I'm curious to what if we wanted to stream it. What platform could we stream it on that doesn't have the regulation of I'm sure they don't allow.
Is Periscope still a thing?
Yeah, it's supposed to be coming back. Pete, do you know off the top of your head where we can broadcast?
I mean, you could stream it anywhere, I think. There's been a few YouTuber boxing fights, and I know that they've been televised on YouTube.
That's right.
Yeah.
We could just do it on YouTube. If it were just a real fight, it's not like they're going to be
And there's real fights on YouTube all the time, right? But it's weird what they will take off. And you allow
a lot
violence.
of people say that.
And Pervert Pete says, just some fucking joke in his character, and you take his.
You take that. All I wanted to talk about is Hunter Biden's laptop.
And you're watching people beat each other up violently, and you're like, that's fine.
Yeah, it's all good.
It is weird.
Pull that titty down.
It is weird. So Pete, I guess as we move forward, is there anything Tuddle could do? What if Tuddle went to you and said, hey, I was just trying to do my thing. This was all just.
Or what if he said I was really high?
Is there anything that he could say at this point that would make you not hate him anymore? I feel like it's too far gone.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I was like, because I don't like that. I hate this. I never I used to do some of this stuff back in the day, and it just doesn't feel good. It's not fun.
You've matured.
I hate doing it.
You've matured.
And but it's just he came off he's so arrogant and so oblivious to what he's doing. You're just lying. Why you trying to besmirch my name? What's wrong with you?
What if we bought Tuddle a black dress shirt, white suspenders, a white tie, and the thing, and we ask him to dress up as you and apologize?
Sure, of course, yeah. Seriously though, I don't want to. I don't want to do this. It's not fun. If he wants to, we could, do something, do a stream or something, or talk or whatever. I don't care. Let's do it. Who cares?
It's not going to work. There's too much anger there. It's not going to work.
If I know Tuddle, he said, "Oh,
I'll fuck you up."
In fact, I think we should hang up with Pete and call Tuddle and just hear what he has to say.
Right.
Just so,
Pete, hey, we appreciate the time, man. We learned a lot. I'm sorry to hear that you lost your channel, but best of luck in getting it larger. We know we're trying to do that fight too, although we don't really do fun. It's really just a broadcast of what we're already doing. So it's not like we're breaking down any doors.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. It's if you missed the show, you can come watch it, whatever.
All right, yeah, no, thanks for your time and everything. It was fun, guys.
Yeah.
And tell Tuddle to go fuck himself.
Oh, my God. Okay, all right.
Okay,
There it is. All right. Well, that ended.
All right.
Call up
Ended
Tuddle.
abrupt.
Tuddle, I know Tuddle's listening. Tuddle,
Well, I know
call up.
Vulture is because
Vulture.
Can Tuddle Skype in?
I don't know. Let me ask
Skype.
Vulture.
Look at this dumb old man. Can he zoom in? Whatever the fuck. I don't.
He might be working his day job.
What are
right?
we doing? What are we doing? He's a nice guy, right? He's all right.
Yeah.
He's nice.
Oh, everybody's
got a story.
that has, it's. He's
I did like
obviously
his
not-
ending when he's like, "Hey, and tell Photo, fuck himself, fuck you."
Because the only thing I wanted to
That's
ask
a cool
him
remix.
if he had a radio background. It seems like there's some sort of.
I don't think so, but
No.
he did start a podcast, but I don't think it lasted very long.
No, okay.
That's most podcasts. They're hard, man. Podcasting's hard. Are we gonna call Tuddle or
Yeah, I mean, I got his cell phone number.
can he zoom in? Is he texting us now?
I'm sure he's
A
listening.
message.
Oh
Vulture,
yeah,
but
he's
might have popped out.
he said tuning in for the great Pervert Pete appearance.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Oh,
zoom
call in.
I want him to zoom in so we can see him.
Okay, yeah.
I thought Pete was not bad, and
He may be working, Tuddle. I didn't.
That's what I just said.
Yeah. I'm selling charging cables, you assholes.
And we'll schedule a time to talk. To
I'm trying to
Tuddle. It's
upsell
fine.
this lady to buy this iPhone Max OtterBox.
If we did,
That was my stomach. Did you hear that?
if we did do
It is lunchtime.
a boxing match, it's
You have to do bare knuckle.
no. That people get hurt doing that.
have to
we'd have to do big novelty gloves.
You can't do it. You can't do it anymore.
Yeah,
Can't be done. What if we did a VR boxing match? Everything's going to VR.
We all watch it.
Well, no, Pete can stay in New Jersey.
Okay,
Right.
I'm telling you, nobody's ever done this. VR boxing match. I'm sure they have this.
All our audiences in there.
Yeah, no. Nobody goes anywhere. Everybody in their homes because this is where we're going. The future is.
Yeah, but you can see them from the waist up, and they just stand in the audience.
Yeah. The audience stands in like the horizon area of VR, and then I'm standing there.
You do it in the lobby,
But I'm a black lady. I look like Whoopi Goldberg, and I'm a black lady in VR. I don't know if anybody knows that. But
That's your avatar?
I'm like a fatter me, but I'm like a Whoopi Goldberg, big black.
No eyebrows?
I have no eyebrows. I have locks. I have like long dreadlocks, and I'm a fatter black lady. But I'm standing there. They're like, "Oh, look, I'm standing next to this fat black lady." I'm like, "No, it's Dan." They're like, "Why are you a fat black lady?" I'm like, "I don't know. I was having fun when I was making my avatar." And then we have Pete in New Jersey. We have Tuddle in I don't even know where he's at now, Port Orange or whatever. And then they can meet, and they don't have to go anywhere.
But aren't they just like you can't actually feel the avatar? You're just
you just kind of
punching wildly at each other. How do you know who wins? It's just that you stand there punching at each other, and then people just start disappearing.
Yeah. You just then eventually you see Whoopi Goldberg fade away, and you're like, "Oh my God, Dan left. He must not be good at all."
Just take your helmet off. You put on the. Like,
I got tons.
Okay.
There he is.
Oh my God, this is the best show we've ever done. Where are we putting this?
This is
It's
just
a
bonus.
Oh yeah.
He's not going to be happy with me. He's going to be mad at me.
Do you think
Hello?
Your audio only. Okay, yeah, there you go. Hey, don't be mad at me. He was a nice guy. He was a nice guy.
You know what though? I now like listening to it and stuff. I probably was in a bad mood that day.
You're conceding?
What's happening? It looks like you're morphing into the Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh my God.
What is happening?
What is going on with my video?
You look like you're morphing. You're Digital Dahmer.
Digital Dahmer.
I'm gonna go by that name now, Digital Dahmer.
Don't.
Digital.
Yeah, he seemed like a nice enough guy,
I'm
man.
frozen up again.
I don't think you gave him a good shake.
Digital Dahmer.
It's so bad, and who just snorted?
That was me.
So
I don't think you gave him a fair shake, man.
What the hell? Why am I freezing on the Digital Dahmer? What is going on here? I look like absolute crap. Digital Dahmer again.
Your internet connection is bad.
This is like I got a gremlin, and
You got dial-up over there?
Okay.
Yeah, it is Volusia County.
So hey, he was a nice guy, and I think I were you really high in that video, man?
I probably was.
Yeah, well,
You look like pushing your hair back, like you just got asked a divorce.
Did you purposely tank the interview to make
Did you?
an enemy? It seems like
Well, he said he was in a bad mood, so.
Well, I mean, I have not had anybody that has wanted to challenge Digital Dahmer in any way. So what I'm trying to say is, like, maybe subconsciously I like sabotaged the whole thing because I knew that I needed an enemy and stuff. But
No, you're forcing an enemy.
This is Wag the Dog, right? You're creating the war.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, this is I mean, Radio 101. You got to have a war going on at all times.
Yeah.
If there's
Good for the country.
If
Good
there's no
for
war,
jobs.
and there's a little bit of truth
Common
to this.
enemy, yeah. We see it on the BDM page sometimes.
Yeah, like if you don't have an enemy for everybody to point their anger
They'll
at,
start yelling at each other.
oh yeah, they start eating themselves alive, and then so there is some psychology behind this working. Although it is weird in the YouTube world, I don't know if that's a thing. Is there a lot of YouTube beefs? Tons.
It's just like radio.
There are, but I mean, do I really like? I mean, I could say that I have 100,000 subscribers. I could easily go buy 100,000 subscribers to make myself look big and bad and everything, pedophile Pete and stuff. So I mean, we can easily, we could go that route and stuff.
Can you buy 100,000 subscribers? Well, let's do that.
We don't have the money.
How much is it? Because I'll show advertisers. Look how many subscribers we have, and they'll give us more money.
You can vet it. I know a couple people locally that have purchased subscribers before, and you should not do it. You should
Digital Dahmer.
All right.
What's going on?
The hell out of here.
We got to get out of here, man.
I just want to show you some videos.
Oh, I thought I just want to show you my dick.
Oh, I thought
he's got a gun. So he does have a gun.
Digital Dahmer
again. Are you guys doing this?
No, we're not doing it.
You know what? I'm going to leave Digital Dahmer up, and I'm just going to talk like this as a frozen Digital Dahmer.
Crazy.
And you know what? Screw it. I really don't
Tom,
care.
you can't breathe.
Tom's dead. It's the worst picture.
What did that happen?
I got an old moth-ridden quilt on the bed behind me, and it's just like, this could not be worse. My the dark shadow behind me is growing ever larger.
It looks like
it's eating you.
It looks like you're being sucked into space.
Why is the dark shadow growing?
You're going into a black hole.
Yes, I am, because...
Oh my God.
Shit, that scared me worse.
That scared the fuck out of me.
You came back like a ghost.
We got to get out of here, buddy.
Okay, this is...
plug your podcast.
DigitalDahmer.com.
Yeah, no, you better buy that.
Dahmer. I don't want to promote anything besides DigitalDahmer.com.
Oh, my God.
Go buy that webpage.
Todd, you're funny, buddy.
all right, the beef isn't squashed yet.
But it's a little better. I think it's a little better. I think
better than it was.
It's closer to peace. Closer to peace.
I mean, look, pedophile Pete is a pretty good guy, and I'm good to go on that.
All right. Well,
now, and would you go on record?
Okay.
Would you?
Can I bring up one thing about pedophile Pete?
Okay.
Just that is how bad do you have? How bad was your baby mama?
No. I'm not gonna let you do that.
Tuddle, if you were going to box him, would you accept that challenge and get in the ring with?
I saw his. See, I'm Tom. That I'm not afraid. I mean, I'll do anything. I don't claim to be a tough guy or whatever. If you guys think it would be a great promotional event,
I don't think it will be.
No, you don't think it would be?
Tom's got COVID.
It's
no, it would be good. It would be huge. It's just I don't know if it's the attention we want.
Let's do it.
I'm chickening out a little bit. I'm just being honest with you. I don't know if this. I have been out of that game officially as of last month for an official 10 years.
It is an odd dichotomy to not be a tough guy but be willing to do anything, because Tuddle is that. Like
you're kind of like that. You have that quality where it's like...
I'm not willing to do anything.
No, I know. You wouldn't inflate a balloon in your ass. I know that. I wouldn't either.
Tuddle is willing to do more than me by far.
Who would do more...
kids.
Who would do more gay stunts? Pervert Pete or Tuddle?
I would. I mean, I've pretty much been penetrated.
Have you ever sucked a dick?
Well, yeah, I mean, I was molested as a kid, probably. So
probably
did.
Why would you bring that up?
This guy's stone cold.
He's doing the
I told you guys. I told you we should have got out of here. Nobody listens to me.
I listened to my producer, but I didn't that time.
You're right.
We gotta go.
I'm sorry, guys.
You're fine. We love you. Be good.
We'll talk to you later.
Take care of yourself. All right. Get out of here.
All right. Well, this is what we got
I am
on a low note.
exhausted now. That was rough.
And we got a go-to show after this. Oh my god!
Now we got to go drive a tank with a black Santa Claus.
What the fuck is my life?
We're doing it, baby.